Ukraine's military says it has had success on one of the front lines in southeast Ukraine, as Western officials talk of a major thrust taking place. In a video published by President Zelensky, Ukrainian troops said they had taken the village of Staromaiorske. The village, 150 kilometers, 90 miles east of the city of Zaporizhzhia, was liberated under dense artillery fire and airstrikes, said the army. Ukraine has not confirmed that it has beefed up its counteroffensive. But Russian President Vladimir Putin said Ukraine's attacks had significantly intensified. He told reporters in St Petersburg they had had no success, all counteroffensive attempts were stopped, and the enemy was pushed back with high casualties. Russian-backed militia leader Aleksandr Khodakovsky contradicted Mr Putin, saying Ukraine had methodically shelled Staromaiorske for several days and made gains, holding on to the outskirts and pushing on. President Zelensky posted video of troops holding up a Ukrainian flag in the village, and Defence Minister Hanna Maliar said they were now continuing to clear the settlement. Russian military blogger Wargonzo said the news was disturbing as Staromaiorske was a key Russian outpost on the front line in the southeastern region of Zaporizhzhia. Russia's war bloggers are considered an alternative source of information from the front line in the absence of official accounts. Ukraine's counteroffensive began on a number of fronts last month, but has seen very few clear gains so far. Kyiv's generals have warned that fast results are almost impossible because of Russia's fortified defensive lines and rows of minefields. The man in charge of operations in the south, Gen. Aleksandr Khodakovsky, has told the BBC that any defense can be broken, but you need patience, time and skillful action. Although there has so far been no word from Kyiv, unnamed U.S. defense officials have told American outlets that a new push has begun in the Ukrainian counteroffensive. The U.S.-based Institute for the Study of War said an intense frontal assault had been launched towards Robotyne, to the southeast of Zaporizhzhia city and some 10 kilometers, 6 miles, south of the town of Orikhiv. Wargonzo said Ukrainian forces were bombarding Russian forces on the northern and eastern outskirts of Robotyne, although that was not confirmed by Kyiv. The Russian Defense Ministry said Ukrainian attacks there had been repelled. Ukrainian commentators have warned that talk of a new phase in the counteroffensive is premature. Military expert Aleksandr Kovalenko said Ukrainian forces were getting closer to breaking through Russia's defensive lines in the south, but it might be too early to suggest they had fully done so. Defense Minister Hanna Maliar has spoken of a gradual advance in Ukraine's push towards the two cities of Melitopol and Berdyansk. Any advance towards either city would mark a decisive step in the military campaign. If Ukraine's forces are able to make further progress in Robotyne, the next settlement to the south is Tokmak, on the road to Melitopol. One area where Ukraine has said it is advancing is south of Bakhmut, the eastern city captured by Russian forces after a long and ferocious battle that reduced it to ruins. Ms. Maliar said Ukrainian forces were gradually moving forward and fighting was taking place in 3 villages on the front line directly south of the city. The fighting is pretty harsh. Enemy fire is intense, she said. In a separate development, Ukraine's parliament has voted to extend martial law for another 90 days, barring men of fighting age from leaving the country. Martial law was imposed when Russia launched its full-scale invasion of Ukraine in February 2022. The vote also means parliamentary elections due in October will be delayed.